Last week you paid more for gas. This week, your groceries cost more. And next month, your rent might go up. And the craziest part? It's all connected to a conflict happening thousands of miles away. This isn't politics. This is your wallet. Right now, tensions between the United States and Iran are shaking global markets. And even if you've never been anywhere near the Middle East, you're already paying the price for it in your everyday life. Every time you drive, every time you shop, every time you swipe your card, it's showing up. Let's start with something you've definitely noticed: gas prices. You pull up to a station, expecting the usual number, and suddenly it's higher. Maybe $4 a gallon, maybe more. And it feels random, but it's not. A huge portion of the world's oil passes through a narrow route called the Strait of Hormuz. When conflict rises in that region, supply becomes uncertain. And when supply feels uncertain, prices go up almost instantly. So your daily commute? It just got more expensive. Not because you drove more, not because you made a bad decision, but because the global system shifted. But here's where it gets even more frustrating. The impact doesn't stop at gas. It spreads into everything. Because when fuel becomes more expensive, transporting goods becomes more expensive. Trucks cost more to run. Factories pay more to operate. Stores pay more to stock shelves. And eventually, you pay more at checkout. That grocery bill that made you pause
More
for a
than
second,
half my weekly pay?
that wasn't just inflation in isolation. It's part of a chain reaction. The cost of energy quietly pushes up the cost of everything else. So you're not spending more because you're careless. You're spending more because everything around you became more expensive. And then comes lifestyle. The things you look forward to. Travel, for example. Airlines run on fuel. When fuel prices rise, ticket prices follow. That trip you were planning? It suddenly costs significantly more. Maybe enough to make you reconsider. Maybe enough to delay it completely. And now, something you earned, something you worked for, feels just a little further out of reach. But the pressure doesn't stop there. It goes deeper into areas most people don't immediately connect. When prices rise across the board, inflation increases. And when inflation increases, interest rates tend to stay high. That means loans become more expensive, credit card interest hits harder, monthly payments feel heavier, buying a home becomes more difficult. Even financing a car feels like a bigger commitment than it used to. So, even if you're doing everything right, working hard, budgeting, trying to stay ahead, it can still feel like you're falling behind. And businesses feel it too. Higher fuel costs, higher supply costs, lower margins. Companies start tightening up. Hiring slows down. Raises slow down. And in some cases, layoffs happen. Not always because businesses want to, but because the environment around them got tougher. And then there's the part nobody really talks about: the mental impact. When prices rise and uncertainty increases, people change. They spend less. They hesitate more. They start questioning decisions they wouldn't have thought twice about before. It's not just your bank account that feels the pressure. It's your sense of stability. So, if you've been feeling like everything suddenly got more expensive, like your money isn't stretching as far as it used to, you're not imagining it. A conflict happening thousands of miles away is quietly reshaping your everyday life, one expense at a time. And the reality is, if tensions continue, this pressure doesn't just stay, it can grow. which means the next big change in your life might not look dramatic on the surface, but you'll feel it where it matters most, your wallet. And once you start seeing how these global events connect to your daily life, you start understanding the world very differently.